All right, greetings, pod racing fans. We are back again with another very exciting and probably very close match today. We've got Domirae versus NachoBrado. This will be the match for first and second in their group. I'm Nock. I'm joined here by the esteemed Game Draco. Thanks for joining me, Draco.
Hello. I actually attended their practice stream where they were testing before the tournament, and now they're racing each other for real now. And it's pretty exciting to see because both of these players are really solid, and Nacho knows some really nasty counter pits, so I'm really curious to see how it goes. I expect to see no upgrades forced by Nacho because that's Domirae's weakest link.
Yeah, NachoBrado, premier no upgrades runner in this game. He's probably the best at no upgrades that we've got, so definitely expect to see that forced.
Yeah, no, Ace is the top one, and I started a lot of the ILs, but no doubt, and I Captain has been given, so we're just waiting on them. But no. So I know Nacho does no upgrades, and I also know Ace did them, and I also did them.
Huh, I guess I'm so caught up in the perception that Ace just hates no upgrades. He's always a little sad when it gets picked here in the chat.
Here we go. This looks like the start.
We are starting on Adobe Mountain Run, track from the Galactic Circuit, which gives our tournament its title. Let me do the sync real quick here. One of the big things to pay attention to with this track will be the canyon section at the end. It's a very difficult shortcut to take at speed. We'll see how both players get through it, but it's very easy to bonk the walls, lose a lot of speed, or even crash in there.
Yeah, this track has become a lot more difficult ever since Ace found you could take the crevasse shortcut without any braking.
It looks like Dom is eking out a little bit of a lead here. Nacho's been underheating slightly, whereas Dom has kept his heat good. So he'll be at a slight advantage from that, a few tenths.
Ooh, that was almost a crash from Nacho. He almost slammed into that.
Yeah, he just about saved that. And here is that canyon section. You can actually do all of this without easing off the throttle, or with only easing off the throttle, without using brakes. Dom is getting through it very cleanly, so is Nacho, it looks like. Very impressive.
Nacho had the brake, he is at a much lower speed. Ooh, that was a bad bonk Nacho took.
And both with clean entrances to the tent shortcut. That's also a very easy spot to crash on, so glad to see both of them getting through.
Nacho did an impressive save. He managed to boost just literally a fraction of a second before he lost the off-road boost.
But between bonks and required saves, he's lost a fair bit of time to Dom now. I'd say Dom is probably a second or two ahead at this point.
Yeah.
Now, on a track like this, Nacho doesn't necessarily need a crash. A couple of bad bonks from Dom in the canyon and a clean canyon from Nacho could make up all that time very quickly.
Both at max heat going into the crevasse.
Yeah, you definitely want to be as high on heat as you can to avoid underheating at the end here.
Nacho going... Ooh, that was really bad.
Yeah, off throttle for a long time there was Nacho, and still hits the wall.
Didn't just look off throttle, it looked like he braked. Because...
Yeah, I think you might be right about that. He was going very slow, down to like 300 speed units.
Whoa, he nailed it all the way!
Yeah, that's a very scary boost to hold that whole way. You can go flying into the ceiling and crash. At this point, Nacho's probably going to need a full crash from Dom to pick up this track.
Yeah.
And this underheating is just not helping him at all.
No. But then he also told us point blank that this is not one of his favorite tracks.
Yep, and I believe Dom has been practicing this one recently, so certainly looking comfortable at least, taking this canyon very well. And at this point, I don't see Nacho having a way back into this race.
Yeah, it looks like he braked. Yep. Dom's taking this first one. 347.
Very clean, very nice time from Dom there.
And 352 from Nacho, which is not bad either.
All right, we'll be moving into the permaban phase of the tournament. Each player will take turns banning a track that can't be used for the rest of the match.
Okay, these bans are coming quick and fast. From Domirae, we have Spice Mine Run and Bio's Wild Ride. And from Nacho, we have Bunta Train and Bunta Classic.
Interesting. Dom banning some of, well, I guess you wouldn't necessarily call them the easier tracks in the case of Beto's, but Spice Mine Run is not known for being a particularly difficult track, and in theory, Beto's isn't so bad either, but is one where it's very easy to crash. Nacho banning Bunta Training because Dom has been grinding for records there, and Bunta Classic is, of course, just a brutally long and difficult track, and one of Dom's favorites.
Okay. We have Ben Band and Executioner Band going to get Bumpy's Breakers, no forces.
All right, so that Ben ban is not unexpected from Nacho. Being a no upgrades runner, he's probably very comfortable using Bull's Roar, the second fastest pod behind Ben. Bull's is the fastest in no upgrades, so he'll be quite used to using him. All right, both players, I guess, are changing traction, choosing what pod they'll use. I'll imagine this will be a Bull's Mirror. Dom should be comfortable enough to use them as well. Yep, there's Nacho taking down his traction upgrade. Andobi Mountain Run, the first track, is usually run at maximum traction, whereas most of the rest of the tracks in the game are not. Okay, and I just gave the countdown, so this should still be stream delay catching up. This looks like it's practice.
Yeah. And Dom is probably going to be one of the hardest ones to counter just because he came into this very well oiled and prepared to counter practically everything.
Oh yes, he actually, I got the privilege of seeing his prep sheet the other day. He's got a plan for every ban combination on every track.
Countdown has been given, so I think we're starting.
Yeah, it looks like this will be the real start. Okay, sync should come through in a second here. Both of them Off to a reasonable start.
Oh, they're pretty even this time.
Yeah, and both managing to cap out their heat.
No!
Oh,
Nacho to the
Nacho!
crash! That is
Well,
like
that'll
one of
put
the
him-
worst spots to crash on this track, because you're gonna be on low heat anyway for this portion.
Yeah, I was just about to say both of them maxing their heat into the hairpins there, but if you crash there, there's no way to make up the heat that you gain back. So that's a huge time loss for Nacho.
He has to count on Domirae failing the shortcut and him nailing it.
Yeah, and probably a little more. That crash probably cost him 5 seconds, I would guess.
I would say it was a worse than average crash, yes.
Alright, here comes the infamous shortcut. How does... Oh! Dom explodes!
Domirae the crash.
And Nacho
And
misses it!
Going to...
And crashes!
Hey! He crashes on the safe route! Oh no!
Oh, what a disastrous first lap. Alright, both at least make it through the hairpin.
That was an awful bonk, though, Nacho took, too. Oh, my God. Let's see. We have a 139 from Domirae. And a 145 from Nacho. Oof.
Alright, so needs a serious mistake from Dom. Probably 2 serious mistakes from Dom to catch back up, does Nacho.
Practically flat out a crash. Or 2.
And losing this track will be a big blow for Nacho, since he's already down a track, and any track loss he takes here just brings Dom that much closer to victory thanks to the pick and counterpick system. He'll have to win on 2 of Dom's counterpicks if he loses this one.
And Dom has some really brutal ones planned.
Oh, I'm sure. Actually, we didn't see Grabvine Gateway banned, did we?
I think neither Grabvine Gateway or Fire Mountain Rally were banned.
Grabvine is probably Dom's favorite and strongest track, so that'll be one of those nasty counterpicks.
But it's also Nacho's favorite counterpick as well. Because he's really fond of banning Bullseye, then going to Fire Mountain Rally or... Ooh, that was nasty bonk Nacho took.
And Dom took the hairpin pretty clean again. He's just widening this lead. I wouldn't be surprised to see it's gotten up to 8 seconds, maybe.
134. Both 134, it looks like about...
Actually, wow. Both 134, I guess.
7 seconds.
Yeah, I guess Nacho did actually... He's keeping it even, but this is still almost certainly going to be Dom's track win.
Oh!
And that really seals it, yeah. Maybe some nerves
I think
there.
At this point, I think Nacho can crash on the shortcut and still win.
Yeah, Dom certainly has probably... certainly at least 1, probably 2 crashes that he can take at this point. Nacho's not going to be able to make up significant time with just better driving.
Dom nails it. It's sealed now.
Yeah, even a crash here on the hairpin. This is sort of the last place where Dom could make a big mistake.
And Nacho crashes on that shortcut. Ooh.
Yeah, the shortcut is difficult to take in the best of times, but especially with Bull's giant engines, it's so easy to clip a wall and crash.
Just because he turns so wide.
Alright, a 446 for Dom, reasonably respectable given he had a crash, and then a 501 for Nacho. That was a very unfortunate race for him.
Oh, Nacho bringing out the no upgrade M100. And we have the same pod and track bands from Domirae again. From Nacho and Domirae, we're going to Malstar 100 no upgrades.
All right, well, this is Nacho's track to win. As we said, he's very, very good at no upgrades. He really likes this category. And this will probably be another Bowls mirror. M100. Actually, Bowls, amusingly, at no upgrades, has a little bit of an advantage here in that due to an extremely tight, sharp hairpin at the end of the lap on M100, Bowles' low traction, which is usually a big detriment for him, is actually quite helpful.
Oh, and you see Nacho, we need to show proof of the no upgrade parts, and it looks like Nacho has gotten all the parts stock, so Nacho is good. We just need to wait on Domirae. We have to tell Domirae. We have to tell Domirae to check his parts. So Nacho's good. He's...
Okay, it looks like Dom is showing off now. Yep, that all looks good.
They're all good. Both are good. Just told them they're both good, so we can start the race.
Yep, we'll give the countdown in a sec here. All right, countdown given. We'll just wait for the streak to catch up.
Yeah.
M100 is a pretty solid counter pick here for Nacho. It's a shorter track, so any mistake that Dom makes, thanks to being unfamiliar with no upgrades bowls, means it'll be very hard for him to make up the time. And at the end here, this hairpin that we're about to see Nacho go through in practice, very easy to crash on.
Okay. Okay. Okay, both are restarting. I think we're good. This is going to be the real run.
Yeah, that should be it.
Thumbs off.
Okay, we'll get the sync here in just a sec. But both looked solid at the start of the first lap, holding the boost that they need to hold to make sure they don't underheat. And Nacho going for the left side path with the fast terrain. Actually, both of them.
Ooh.
Yeah, those hairpins don't get much better.
Yeah, and the heat of Nacho's a lot better than Domirae. He's on a lead with him.
Actually, that makes me a little worried for Nacho, who was on max heat coming through the finish line there, but actually about 600 slower on his first lap. See Dom boosting over the jump there, whereas Nacho elects not to. I guess to save more heat in the tank for this long boost.
Yeah, boost management's really critical with no upgrades because you have to be as sparingly as possible. Oh, that was a massive block Nacho took. That might give Dom the lead.
Yeah, you can see from that he's actually He ended up losing about 20 speed units to Dom, which doesn't sound like much maybe, but that's going to cost him a few tenths.
Now, no, he's probably going to be going a bit more aggressive with the boost on this final lap, knowing that it is... Yep, there he goes. He's firewalling it. But that bonk did it! That bonk did it!
Is that going to make it up?
Nope,
oh,
bonk.
Just barely. Dom wins by 4 tenths. What a close race. Holy cow.
Okay. He's just it. Nacho doing his favorite counter pick. Ban Bullseye. Ban Gravine Gateway. No. Oh, is no...
Yeah, no forces is I think what Nacho's saying there. So yeah, we are going to Grabvine with Bullseye Navoir banned. Bullseye is the fastest pod on this course, the hardest course in the game. So
I expect to see a Neva key mirror.
Yeah, Neva Key, or will either player have practiced Mars Guo here? In theory, Mars may be a bit faster on this course than Neva, but is certainly harder and much more frightening to use in tournament.
Yeah.
And as you said, Draco, this is a favored counterpick of Nacho, so he'll be very prepared for it. But it's also Domirae's favorite course, so he'll be very prepared for it.
Something else.
Okay, Nacho says he's ready. Neva Key, as expected.
Okay. Yeah, the safe choice. And Neva can put up a very respectable time here. His theorized limit is actually somewhere around 4:15, maybe even lower.
Let's see what Domirae picks. They're both going with Neva Key.
Yeah, that makes sense. Safe pick from both runners. A little sad we're not going to see the scary Mars pick, but he's only just recently been thought of as faster, so probably neither player feeling comfortable to use him here.
Yeah. I know Ace was saying he was planning on using Mars.
The countdown has been given, so we should see the real start in just a moment.
Okay. It looks like they're both restarting, so we're good to go.
Yep, and you'll see, as we get through this course, there is a reason that Bullseye Navoir, the pod with the best turn rate in the game, is the fastest here. This is very much a course that is limited by how quickly you can take turns, and not by how good your boost is.
Yeah, and Nacho bonked at the very beginning. Every boost is critical here, so... Ooh! Nacho had the break!
Yeah, whereas Dom took that overhill shortcut very cleanly, and he is just a bit ahead here.
But this is a track that's so hard, you can expect crashes from even the most skilled players on this.
Oh, certainly. And it's such a long course, this will be, I would guess, probably at least 420 times for both of these racers, and that's if they're on quite good pace.
And if they don't crash, because you can crash anywhere here. Looks like Nacho is now ahead, because he's going a bit more gutsy with Neva Key, but then he's forced to go really aggressive with Domirae.
Yep. And actually, it's, yeah, just a slight advantage for Nacho here coming out of the swamp. He took that very cleanly. Oh,
Ooh!
bonk. He's still maintaining a lead, though, but that'll cost him a bit. Let's see what the lap times are.
Very
6/10
close to each
faster for
other.
Nacho. And yeah, I would not be
This is-
surprised to see this go down to the lap 3 finish.
Yeah, here we go is going to be another design part, which is this Quake shortcut. Really brutal. Here we go.
On lap
Both
2,
are
this rock
braking.
opens up here. Both take it very well.
cleanly. Ooh.
Oh, and Dom doesn't lose the boost coming out of the canyon. But I think Nacho is still maybe a couple tenths ahead.
Yeah.
He'll be underheating pretty badly in the swamp, though, compared to Dom, who will be on higher heat here.
But this is a track that's really easy to underheat with. Sometimes you have no choice but to underheat because it's so brutal. Ooh, that was a...
Slowed down to a crawl there, but still ahead coming out of the swamp. Dom also has to take some of those turns at around 400 speed units.
Yeah, notice the sink is like... Oof. Ooh!
And yeah, Nacho is expanding his lead, actually. He's about a second, just over a second ahead of Dom.
Oh! Domirae crashes on the bridge!
Oh, no. Yeah, that'll put Nacho way ahead, of course. And on the third lap as well.
Unless he fails this Quake shortcut. If he... Come on.
Yeah, he does. It's a little slow,
Oh, he
but no
nails it.
crash.
Ooh!
No, spoke
Nacho
too
crashes.
soon.
Though Domirae took the Quake shortcut pretty badly himself, so he's still ahead.
Yeah, Nacho's still with probably a 1.5 to 2 second lead here. We'll see how the swamp section does it. Both of them have looked great through this jungle, so I wouldn't expect anything major in here.
Ooh. This is... Oof. I have no idea. Okay.
Oh, Dom made up a lot of time there. This is a
It's
few
going to
tenths
be
now.
very close.
Yeah, any bonk
know.
from either player could seal it now. Really impressive comeback by Dom in this lap.
Okay.
But it's going to be
We have a
Nacho.
424. Yep, Nacho takes it. Nacho takes it by a second.
What an incredibly close race the whole way through until the... I thought that crash was going to be an unfortunate release of tension, but then Nacho crashes right back. Very fun racing.
Okay, Domirae banged Mars and Nacho banged Inferno, probably for the skip.
Yeah, that Mars Guo is, I believe, if not the fastest, the safest for the Inferno skip.
Endo Prime Centrum, no forces. This is interesting.
Okay, so I guess the Mars, just a throwaway ban to maybe try and force a track ban from Nacho that Dom didn't actually want to go to. Andoprime Centrum is the most unique of the Andobi tracks. It actually doesn't feature the tent shortcut or even any common elements with the other tracks. No forces, so we won't be seeing the skip. There is a minor skip here that saves, it's about a second or two per lap. And normally I'd give a spiel about how, oh, this is a track with the most branching paths of any track in the game, and not knowing the right track or not knowing the right route through it could be an instant loss for you. But both of these players are going to know and are going to take the fastest possible route every lap.
Yeah, and also this is one of and Ando Prime Central Full, the fastest path, is one of the only parts outside of Gravine Gateway and Fire Mountain Rally where you have to use the brake.
Yes, and you have to brake hard. There's a nasty double hairpin, which we'll see the players going through. All right, players are ready. Captain's given. Looks like we'll see them taking different routes at the start here. Dom will be taking that left side path up the off-road. That is only faster on the first lap, and it is only faster if you can hold your boost the whole way up. But this should still be practice.
Yep. Here comes NachoBrado pausing.
Well, that was strange. Nacho paused and then didn't actually restart.
Nacho. Oh, there he goes.
There it is. Yeah, I wonder if his initial pause was in response to Dom saying ready, and then him checking the Discord.
Ooh. Domirae didn't get the boost start. Well, that... Oh my god, crashed right off the bat. That's one of the worst things that can happen.
Yeah, very early crash for Nacho. So all the time lost for Dom from missing the boost start will be made up there. You see both... Well, Dom's gone through the hairpin, Nacho going through it now. You have to go very slow through there, but he makes it with only a minor bonk. Oh, but loses the boost uphill.
The pillar.
Yeah, that'll be a pretty significant underheat through the city section. This is putting Nacho way behind. And he goes left path here.
Yeah, the right path is slightly faster.
Yeah, if you take the route Nacho did, definitely you want to go to the right there. And Nacho's going to have some serious work to do to get back into this track. Dom taking everything very cleanly on great heat coming into this hairpin. You want to be on as close to max heat as possible here, and he was.
Nails it.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be a very fast time from Dom.
This time he nails the pillar jump. Doesn't get quite as good an angle as Domirae did.
Going left again is Nacho.
That's cost him probably about half a second or more. Oh, this is going to be a really fast time from Domirae if he doesn't crash.
Yeah, he's been on fantastic heat, fantastic pace this entire time. Very impressive racing from him, but I suppose this was his counter pick.
Yeah.
We'll see how he gets through the third hairpin. Beautiful.
Nails it very
Doesn't
well.
even touch the wall. Pretty good line through the pillar jump there. Nacho bonking on the hairpin again. It's really tight to get through there, but he does nail the pillar jump again.
Ooh, this is going to be really fast for Domirae. Is this a new tourney record incoming?
On a pace like this, so 236?
236! Jeez!
That is a blisteringly fast time.
It's a new lap record.
Okay, NachoBrado banning Ben.
We'll see what he pulls out. This is his last chance to use his forces, and he does have 2 left. So almost certainly we'll see no upgrades here. But what else will he layer on?
Okay, he's banning Okay, not Domirae, banning bumpies. So he can't do a salty run back.
And just for reference for how fast Dom's time was there, he was only about a second off of world record. Well, a second and a half off
Power
the world record.
Gorge, no upgrades.
We're really showing off all of the Endo Prime all of the Endoby Prime maps here today.
Apart from Beto's, which was banned. Just gave a reminder that they need to show their parts before doing the run.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised that neither runner just has a separate no upgrades profile that already has all of the parts sold.
You still have to check them anyway.
True, it would just be faster for them than having to sell all of their parts.
Back again. You banna pihota mindia, huh? Fui paniaga.
Okay, Nacho is good.
Okay, not just good.
Oh, actually, Dom
Yeah.
does have a no upgrades profile. I misspoke. Okay, Dom is good.
Go for good.
And I guess Nacho is just leaving his final force on the table here. He will not have another chance to use them, even if he takes this track. And then he's going to have a lot of work to do, winning on 3 of Domirae's counter picks. Countdown's been given. All right, should
And then
be.
has been given.
Okay, there's the real start. What might be our final track of this match? Howler Gorge, another reasonably short track where it's pretty easy to crash. And actually, Dom takes a bump over that pillar in the center there. I'm not sure he actually loses any speed from it, but
They should be familiar with it since they did NW Mountain Run, which Hellergord shares almost everything with.
yeah, everything
Ooh.
except- ooh.
Bulls Nacho caught fire, but he got lucky with the repair.
Yeah, it looks like both of them are on pretty high frame rates here to compensate for Bulls' low traction. So when you're trying to repair a fire, there's just a chance per frame that it gets put out. So a little lucky, but also
Interesting
less
boost
bad.
patterns. I think Nacho boosted on that jump while Nacho is Ooh! Domirae pays for that more aggressive boost line.
Yeah, and he would have been a bit faster, made up some time from Nacho there by taking a longer boost up that bump and then down this long straight. But, of course, losing all of it to that. I will see how both players get through the tent shortcut, but Nacho will be a fair bit ahead. Nice, a little bonk, but doesn't crash.
Yeah, and this is fast terrain, so he'll recoup some of that speed. Ooh, that was a close call by Nacho.
Yeah, but does just about make it. And as you said, that whole area is fast terrain, so we'll see both players using that as a place to cool down instead of using their boost.
Oh, but that bomb caught him.
Yeah, Dom is catching up again here.
Yeah, because of that massive bonk, Nacho took in the tunnel. Let's see if he tries to go for the more aggressive line. Oh, he's going really aggressive. This time he gets it.
Yeah, and that'll be some more made-up time for him. You can see they're actually...
Domirae's pulled ahead, but now will that full heat cost him?
Yeah, Nacho will be on much lower heat here, so it's not a true lead for Dom. Yeah, you can see Nacho slingshots back into the lead.
You shouldn't be boosting like that unless you're on the going into the final lap. This time, they take the tent very cleanly, both of them.
Yep, and we're neck and neck here. I think Nacho has maybe a couple tenths lead, but Dom made up a lot of time on that second lap.
Ooh, he made up time with that.
Okay, both get through the chicane there very cleanly. Nacho's still doing this split boost pattern over this jump. That's really costing him time.
I'm not so sure, because I did that with my no upgrade runs, where I would deliberately do it to use this downward slope to cool down. And now you see Domirae.
The idea?
And then Domirae is tapped out his full boost, so Nacho could sling back again. And there he is. He's slinging back again because of that, about using the boost on slower terrain with that uphill than the downhill.
Oh, okay, yeah, so a counterintuitive strategy paying off for Nacho.
Nacho wins.
Oh, just barely, though.
Roughly about 0.8 of a second. So we are on to match 7.
And Nacho maybe a little shaken by how he's talking in the Discord chat here. You had a death and we're only 1 second off? Some very impressive racing from Dom to make up all that time.
Now on to match 7, so I could suspect Domirae is just gonna... He's banning Mars again?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Dom burn 2 or maybe even 3 of his forces here. Nacho bans Inferno again. Once again, maybe just a throwaway ban, maybe actually wanted to go to Inferno skips, who knows.
Conventional Aqualaris Classic for this match.
And no forces used. Aqualaris Classic, one of the most straightforward tracks in the game. It's the one we send new runners to learn some fundamentals. It's not very hard, but there are plenty of turns where you can learn to, this is how I take a sharp turn tightly. But we should see both of these players playing pretty aggressively on this track. And let's hope both of them remember to go back to full upgrades.
Just gave a reminder to not forget to max out, to make sure they max out their parts.
Outlanders, they come here. How do they find me? They come here, they mess up my store.
Yeah, there goes Nacho, double checking. Okay, he's got everything he wants.
There we go. And will Domirae be using an AI? Yep, he's using the AI. This was a newly discovered thing Ace found out about just a day ago.
Yep, there's a trigger on this track that the AI can actually trip, which will cause some doors to open in a more favorable pattern on laps 2 and 3. It's a very minor optimization, but not very difficult to use, so unsurprised to see Dom implementing it. Alright, and there goes the countdown. We'll see them off in about 20 seconds here. Some things to look for will be how well the players can keep their heat through this figure 8 section at the end of each lap. It's very easy to underheat in this section, as you
Or take a massive block like Domirae did.
Yep. Yeah, these turns aren't necessarily the toughest in the game, but they can catch you off guard.
It actually was the bonking in the figure 8 was actually how Hayuadoro found that no upgrade Ben is faster than no upgrade Bulls on Aqualaris and Suckern City on the 64, because of 24 frame rates on the Corsair controller, he couldn't take the turns with no upgrade Bulls without bonking. So Ben was faster because he didn't bonk there.
Huh. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. An interesting console discrepancy there.
Also, it probably applies to 24 frames per second on the PC as well. You can see Nacho's a lot more hesitant and risk-averse, and Domirae's just going flat out.
Yeah, not taking the dangerous boost through the doors. Those doors always start the right side closed on the first door and the left side closed on the second door. They're actually still pretty close here, roughly equal heat coming through the figure 8. Nacho underheats a little. It's going to cost him some time.
Yeah, it's about 0.4 of a second. Whoa, Nacho holding the boost all the way.
Yeah, I wonder if that will cost him. Dom taking the long boost down through the doors.
Very even.
Yeah, I think if I had to guess, Nacho's made up a little bit of time here, but Dom is still maybe very slightly ahead.
Oh, not anymore! That was a nasty bonk Nacho took.
Yeah, that puts him way offline and loses him a ton of speed. That'll put him probably half a second behind here. Maybe a little more, actually.
It looks like 0.6 of a second behind.
Now, he can still make this time back up. It's not that long of a course, but he's been racing it well so far. See how Dom gets through. Boosting in this tunnel can be a little dangerous towards staying online. Both take it well.
Okay. Oh, he's getting ready to lap the AI.
Dom's gonna just
Dom
barely
takes
take
another
it.
237. It's about 1 1/3 second. And
Yeah,
that is
very,
match.
very close.
So let's see if they're up for interviews. Hello! You didn't have to ask for an interview, you just jumped right in.
As soon as I saw the DM from the bot.
Yep, SpeedGaming was like, hey, go in there.
Gotta love it.
Also,
Yeah.
very good races from you two there. That was a very fun match to watch.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's fun to do it too.
Apparently one of my gimmicks didn't work.
It
How
all
the
came down
heck
to that.
did you beat me on M100?
You took a massive
Like-
bonk and Domirae didn't.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
You took a massive bonk in the hairpin like the second lap, and that's how Domirae just caught up to you.
Weird. Okay. I'll have to watch that back. I don't remember that.
It was within a few tenths, so, I mean, it was
Yeah.
still a very, very close race.
Yeah. Just kind of kicking myself. I'm like, man, how did he beat me on one of my own gimmicks? I'm like, come on, man.
I'm a bit disappointed I lost the Neva Key GBG because I died in lap 3, and if I had not, it would have been a lot better.
Oh, it was lap 3?
Yeah, I died lap 3 in the
Oh.
first couple turns after, like, it was the turns after the pillar section.
You crashed on the bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I tried to boost through it, and I let go of the boost, but I was still tilting, so I didn't get my turning back in time.
I see. I don't think I crashed at all. I don't remember.
No, you crashed right after in the canyon section, and actually Dom made up almost all the time
Oh,
because of that.
that's right.
I played it really safe in the swamp. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I was like, if I don't die, I can hopefully win. But it's fine. Still good matches. I was surprised by the M100 too. I was also surprised that my HG with the death was so close to your time.
I know. Like, I thought I got the boost timings down, but apparently I don't. So I need to go back in the lab on that one.
Well, what happened was that Domirae was taking a very aggressive line where he would not boost on the jump like you did, Nacho, and instead wait until he landed on the ice, then floor the boost all the way down. And what happened was that Domirae would just pull out a lead there, and then you would come back, Nacho, when you boosted in that climb into the final portion.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah, I boost all the way up until like right before the hairpin section, and then I just let that carry me all the way past the jump and onto the ice section. But that got me killed because I didn't prepare for the traction enough on lap 1. But it was a little bit my own fault because I just didn't do a good angle.
Did you do the slots like at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't. I was too scared. So that's probably some more time I can make up there.
Yeah. I was surprised by your Bumpy's Breakers pick.
Yeah, well, you know how we were talking about the skip?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go here early and bank I win. So well, I guess it didn't matter either way, but
Yeah, but like even then it's like I probably wouldn't want to go back there if I lost, and if I won then I can't.
right. So you won it, so I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry about Bumpy's skips anymore.
Fair enough.
And then every time you ban Mars, I'm like, I remember him telling me something about using Bumpy for the skip in Inferno, and I tried it out, and I could barely make it work. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to deal with this. I'm just gonna ban Inferno.
Yeah, I was very tempted to do Abyss and then ban Juan on top of that and force skips, but I was like, nah.
I should have. That would have been fun.
Yeah, but it would have been sketchy.
Yeah. Who would you use in that case, Bumpy?
Yeah, Bumpy or Clegg. They both work.
Huh. Okay.
Technically, I think every pod can do the skip, but those 4 are the fastest by far. Because they have
Makes
higher
sense.
hover heights.
Yeah, Bumpy would just be really sketchy since his traction is so poor. Be going super wide.
And
Yep.
having the worst turn response of any pod too.
Yeah, I felt that practicing Inferno skips with him. I'm like, this
It's
is
bad.
awful.
Yeah, it's bad. And he has really bad turn rate, too. I think it's the same as Aldar Bidu, 85, I think.
Yes.
Bidu.
You
Bidu.
know, yep.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I was getting rid of it.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, GG's, I guess. It was a good match.
Yeah, I can't believe the difference on AMR. Like, I don't think either of us crashed, but you were just
Nope.
so far ahead on that one.
Yeah, I still
What
lost.
happened when-
I lost like 3 seconds to my PB still, and had a really bad bonk in the canyon lap too.
Though
You probably
I
didn't
saw-
break it all, did you?
No, I did. Just because I was taking it safer. I was trying to aim for like 620 speed through the canyon
Oh,
rather than 640.
I was going lower than that. I was going like anywhere between 560 and 580.
Yeah, I thought you weren't using the brakes at first, Domirae, but it looks like you just tapped them very little while you slammed on them hard, Nacho.
Yeah, I tapped it 3 times, one for each of the first 3 turns, and then went with it after that.
That's a good way to
Makes
put
it a lot easier than trying to go through it without braking.
Gotcha. What TFPS were you using for that?
3600.
3600. Interesting. Okay, I was
Yeah.
going 48600.
I used to do that, but 3600 you can still do canyon pretty quick, and you can hold the boost out of the fast terrain ice section, and still you just have to go further to the right. But it's really good for the hairpins.
That makes sense. I'll have to test that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well played, man. That was really good.
Yeah. I mean, you put up a lot of good times too, for sure.
Yeah, and I probably would have won more if I didn't bonk as much as I did. But
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
It
M-
happens.
yeah, M100 no upgrades and Aquarius Classic came down to bonking.
And we're still within we're still within tenths of each other. I mean, very, very close races for the most part.
Oh, it's so silly. How close that is.
Yeah. These matches can go like that. They're so fickle.
Yep.
Bump a little bit too much, loss.
Especially with no upgrades. Like, no upgrades is so finicky.
For real. My preparation was with the mindset that I was gonna go 0-3 on your forces because of no upgrades. That was my mindset.
Is that why you banned SMR?
Yes. Even though I practiced SMR no upgrades, I was like, not only is he good with it no upgrades, he's also good with it max upgrades. I'm not doing
Smart. That was...
And then the other band, Beatles Wild Ride, I just don't like going there if I don't have to. That's just a personal preference thing.
Great minds think alike. I don't like Beatles either.
If I can avoid it, I do.
Yeah. And I know you've been practicing Unta training, so I'm like, okay, I'm getting that off the plate now. And then I just don't like
Fair.
Classic, so...
Yeah, Bunta Classic, that...
That what?
The world may never know. The sheer thought of going to Bunta Classic has frozen Dom in his tracks.
Why
Oh, he's
Wi-Fi? Why did my internet have to do that?
Oh, well. So what were you
It
saying?
didn't like me. I was just saying, for Bunta Classic, reasonably only like 2 people could beat me there with Ben if I crash even once or twice. King
Oh,
Bean
wow.
and Ace, because, you know, there's just... it's such a crazy track for the gaps, you know? Like the world record's a 4:45.9 or 8 or something like that. I have a 4:46 something, and then third place is a 4:55.
Yeah.
So it just kind of like goes up really quickly in times.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I do remember you practicing that a bunch and trading records back and forth for a bit.
Yeah, that was the track
So-
that made me better at the game, I would say.
Yeah, so really glad I banned that against you.
Yeah, smart ban. I probably won't get to see that at all in the tournament, except for maybe if Ace decides he doesn't want to ban it.
Yeah.
Maybe King Bean won't want to either. I don't know. I imagine I won't see it outside of that though.
Right.
Like Paige shouldn't be able to see Bunta training yet keeps seeing it. What? It's so stupid.
People just don't know yet. Like, once a bracket comes around, I'm sure a lot of people will know the weaknesses and strengths of everybody, or at least they'll be apparent.
And I expect King Bean Dip to ban Bunta trade against Paige on his match.
I would expect him to ban it against basically everybody. That's like his worst track.
Yeah. I hope so. Yeah,
He
I
hasn't
guess
even gotten to 135, which is like, for him, that's a weird thing to say. You know, because he just is so good at all the other tracks.
Well, I don't either. I have a 137, but
I'm not saying anything bad about you. I'm just saying like King Bean
know.
is so good at other tracks, you know?
right, yeah. So looking at our group, other than our one MIA person, this was our last match of our group.
Yeah.
Yay!
So I believe the order is myself, then you, Nacho, then Knock, then Joggleby, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that looks
Yep.
like it'll be what it is. Unless Decker can appear and win a bunch of matches.
I don't think he will, and he's gone AWOL.
Yep. No idea, but that's okay. Yeah, I guess speaking of matches too, stay tuned for on this channel at 5 o'clock, 2 hours from now. We have a really good match in another group, Metallica versus Banana Boat Kid.
That will be another fight for first place in the group, just like yours it was.
Yeah, but 2 hot matches back to back.
Both of those players actually quite good at skips, so hopefully we'll be seeing some skip picks pulled out.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
And Knock and I will be doing commentary on that one together too in 2 hours as well.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely stay tuned. But anyway, congratulations, Dom, on taking first in the group. And
Yeah, thank you.
GG's.
was well played to Nacho. A lot of those tracks very, very, very close. Just came down to some not even crashes.
You love it when they're that close. It doesn't even come down the crashes.
It's pretty great when that's the case.
Yeah,
We
we'll
both
see.
didn't really crash that much. I think I crashed 3 times over the 7 tracks, which is pretty good for me.
Yeah. Bumpies takes up like 80% of my crashes in this match. That was so bad.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
3 of
I
them.
wasn't sure if you were gonna go bulls or not, but
I
it makes
did.
sense.
3 of them were just the stupid polygons too.
Polygon. Woo.
Like I think it was the second hairpin at the beginning. I caught the inside and crashed immediately. So I was like,
Okay.
well, this is how this track's gonna go, isn't it?
I died on the shortcut, but got a decent respawn. I didn't respawn behind it. I respawned to the side of it.
Oh, okay.
And what happened is I broke one engine, and I drove my one other engine through towards the other side of the shortcut, not taking the actual shortcut, but going through that other alternative right path, so that way hopefully I could catch the spline.
Nice.
I was like, please.
So something similar happened to me on lap 1 actually. I missed getting into the shorter cut that we usually take, so I went wide. But because Bulls is just big enough, I caught the railing going underneath of it. So I was starting to crash, but it was one of those crashes where you go like 900, 1,000.
Oh yeah.
I just rocketed forward as far as I could. 'Cause at that point, I was on the other side. It was great.
But yeah, that was good. And
Yeah, very good.
Like we already said, make sure you guys stay tuned later. I think it's 5, right? We said
Yep.
5 for Banana Boat Kid Metallica.
2
I'm
hours.
looking forward to watching that. It's gonna be pretty good.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Yeah, GG again, and
GG's,
hopefully
well played.
we'll catch you guys later. Thank you guys for doing commentary today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for the fun match to watch and commentate. That was really entertaining.
Glad to be of service.
So,
Yeah, and
Good luck,
also
everyone.
thank you to SpeedGaming for letting us host this. Always happy that you guys are willing to do that for us.
Indeed.
may the force be with you.
Bye.